It's your host, MtlPlug, and we got a special guest today. Welcome, City Fidelia. Welcome to the show, baby.
Thank you for having me, man.
Let's have a red cup cheers
Yes, sir.
and some great conversations.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for having me, man.
Yeah, man.
We're long overdue since the first time we did it. You know?
Right. Thank you for coming.
Yes.
And you're right. It's been a minute. What have we missed, or what's have been done since our last meeting? I remember we spoke about the House of Ensemble.
Yeah,
Right.
I think the first time we spoke, I think I just pretty much opened the spot.
Yep.
So since that,
Very new.
yeah, a lot has happened, man.
Right.
I was in like a Lay's commercial since then.
Place
I invested in some businesses in my city. There was the Joe Budden shout out.
Yep. I got it. Yep. Okay. How was that? How did that feel?
Oh, crazy!
How did that feel?
Didn't I
That
call
was-
you
that was-
EK?
that
I think I called that almost everybody. I was like, I woke up to that shit. I was like, I remember I woke up, and it's not a good habit to have. But I went on Instagram,
Right.
and then I see someone like tag me, and it's like the Joe Budden podcast, like, you know what I mean, setting, and I'm like, okay, this is weird, and I'm like, I'm half asleep. And, you know, all this AI shit is happening. So I'm like, did someone like kind of slide my song into this AI situation? I don't know, you know? And then I heard them say my name. I'm like, yo, what the hell?
Hell yeah.
Because like,
Hell yeah.
basically I was telling people like, yo, like, I'm aiming for that. And people are like, I'm aiming for that when I'm talking about my album rollout. And then people are telling me like, oh,
Which
like,
album,
you know,
by the way? Which album?
Painkiller.
Painkiller.
My album Painkiller. So then people are like, you know, like, give a more realistic, and yeah, that's my biggest pet peeve. When people tell me I can't do something, because for me it's like,
It's the battery in the back.
anything is possible.
Yeah. Battery in the back.
So they're like, yo, be more realistic to me. I'm like, yo, that shit's realistic to me, you know? And then, I woke up, I saw that, and then I was like, holy, because I watch it religiously myself.
Right.
And then,
Who's your favorite character after you answer? Well, your favorite Potter.
man, I love Parks because he's like, he's
Very
tapped
visual.
into the culture, and then he always has like this very like this understanding of like life meeting music culture. You know what I mean?
Right.
Everything he says usually sounds very rational. So I love what he brings to the table, and you could tell like he's not eager to like hug the mic or talk too much.
Right.
So he comes in the right places. So I rock with him.
And I think he's like, I'm not sure, but to me, he's a real New Yorker. I don't know if he's a New Yorker, but to me, he's always wearing Timbs.
Yeah,
You
he's
got all the Timbs. You got all the Timbs every time.
I think he came up like a little bit outside of New York,
Right.
and then he moved to
Well,
New York to
definitely-
kind of like grind and everything.
Yeah, well, definitely wears Timbs every time. The summer and winter.
Hey, it's part of the drip, you know what I mean? It's that New York drip.
Hey. So you were saying about when you first got the
Yeah, so that happened, and then I was like, I was just calling everybody on the team. I'm like, yo, like they're talking about the record on the Joe Budden podcast. It's like, and every time I have a big moment, I always have a moment with myself, because I'm like, yo, these big moments are happening while I'm in Ottawa, and I'm like outside in Ottawa, like people see me, you know what I mean?
Right,
A lot of people that got motion in our city, people don't really see them like that on a day to day. But like, for the most part, I'm outside. Like,
Do you make that a thing? Do you want, like, because you're doing so many moves in a day, like, you want to show that you're being seen, like, yo, I'm really here, like, you know, like, I'm really making these moves.
yeah,
blueprint.
because for me it's like, man, I don't take all this shit like I take making the music serious, but I don't buy into the illusion and all this shit too much. You know what I mean? So it's like, it doesn't bother me to like be around like people that rock with me. You know what I mean? So yeah, like at the end of the day, it's like we're all people.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah,
We're all people. It's like, so it's like, I want to be able to have a big moment and then pull up in my city and be like downtown or wherever I'm at, so that people could be like, all right, this moment can happen for me too. you know. So, and I do feel that like when I'm in my city, like when big things happen for me, people can now feel for themselves that it's possible for them. Because they're like, okay, like this guy was on a billboard in Toronto, and I was just chilling with him at the house of my song.
Right.
So like, yeah, this is possible. Like he's from here and he's doing his thing.
Right.
So like, and for me, that's the priceless part about this whole game. You know what I mean?
The House of Ensemble.
Yeah.
How many artists goes through this place?
Oh, a lot.
Yeah.
I can't even count.
Do you have a main camp?
What do you mean?
Like a few artists that really go there all the time. You guys work together. You know, you guys been rocking for a few now.
There's actually like a lot of people I really pull up for myself. Like you know, like at the house, you know, I work a lot with this artist named Ghost Stripes, my brother Jeff, and
he's a producer too, right?
Yeah, he's a producer, and this R&B artist named Jaden. So like for me at the house of my song, like those are the people like I work with a lot. But yeah, there's artists that come like a whole bunch of artists, and you know, I sit down with them like here and there. But yeah, and it's one of those things that like the House of Ensemble is one of those spots that like we mess with people from all sides of the city, and just like politics, obviously. So it's like I can't drop names like that, but like yeah, like it's all love though.
So this is an organization that can get grants and stuff for.
Yeah, so we have programs, and then we also have like just the studio running.
Right.
Yeah. So like the programs, those are in place to help remove financial burden from like artists that are really passionate about what they do.
Right. Is it hard? Like some people think they got passion until it's time to put in the work. So is it hard to like, you know, to believe in an artist at first hand, or you got to show someone, they got to come to you with some sort of work?
Yeah, you know, like in our programs, they like, you know, the way it works for us is like they apply for the programs, and then we get people that work, like executives from different places in the world, to kind of like choose the people from Ottawa, just because, you know, Ottawa is small, and you know, people know each other.
Right.
So obviously they'll pick their friends. So I try to create a scenario where people, it's just straight off talent. Like, who do you think is the nicest, and who you think has great potential to get to the next level? And then we provide resources and the space to help them with the career. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, it's very difficult to chase your dreams, especially from Ottawa.
You can't name drop some talented guys, huh? Or girls, huh?
You know, if you name drop, then you're gonna forget some people, and then that becomes the conversation versus like.
Right. Let me take out my glasses.
You know,
All right. That was a good one.
Yeah, I tried.
No, I tried. When the glasses,
you're trying to get me on 6 months or so, or academics, trying to get me to slip up.
Hey, listen. When the glasses come on, you know, it becomes serious. It becomes serious.
Yeah.
Moving along.
Yeah.
We just heard some exclusive some exclusive tracks. If you could remind me the album is the album.
It's I call it a mixtape, but like, you know, like people could take it as what they feel, because at the end of the day, like whether it's an album or a mixtape, I'm gonna put my all behind it. But I approached it on some like mixtape feel, you know. That's why I got Esso on it.
That's right.
Because I wanted to get that New York feel, like that old like DJ Drama, DJ Clue, like
that's right.
You know, DJ K-Slate type of feel. But I was like, hey, how do I do this in 2024, 2025? I'm like, hey, let me, instead of having a DJ, let me have a really dope podcaster that I rock with, you know what I mean? And
that's on Bagfuels, correct?
Bagfuel, yeah.
Bagfuels.
Esso, you know, since the day I met him, he's been showing love and really been supportive, and he has so much knowledge about so much things. And those are the people, honestly, I like to be close with, you know what I mean? Like a lot of people, when they're in this game, they want to be close to the big names and whatever. You know, me, I'm more likely, like I like to get connected with the people that will give you game that you could carry on for the rest of your life. And Esso's one of those guys, man. And like, I'm excited for what he got coming up. Like he's doing some great things. And yeah, man. So, And to go back to what this project is, the reason I approached it like a mixtape as well is like, I want to have fun with it. You know what I mean? I want to experiment with what I could do in my voice, what I could do in production.
What's the vibe like? What's
the vibe,
like?
You know, there's...
If you could explain it.
I never go like too left, you know what I mean? Like it's still cohesive in a way. But yeah, I am, you know, touching like dance, touching Brazilian stuff, touching like your typical rap, your retro R&B. But what stays the same is the integrity of the story. You know what I mean? I'm still always telling the story from an individual that, you know, that came up in an environment that doesn't have much. And I'm always speaking from that lens. And that's what's consistent throughout the whole mixtape. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm talking about like a young Black individual trying to figure out how to take accountability for his actions. I'm talking about like even looking back at my actions and be like, oh shit, that was kind of fucked up. But like, you know, God help guide me through this. You know what I mean? Because you're the only one that can really, you know, like I'm trying to pay attention to the signs. You know what I mean? Talking about like looking at our heroes falling down and being like, oh fuck, man, that's kind of crazy. It's like, oh, why is only the Black folks going down in this situation? What about the white folks that were around that situation? Why are they never in those cases? Because at the end of the day, it's like, you know, when you even look at the 6ix9ine case, it's like all the Black individuals were tested and questioned. But what about the people that the labels that are funding 6ix9ine to do what he was doing? Because there was money behind it.
Oh, for sure.
So even if they didn't do any crime, how come they're not questioned? And for me, it's like, those are the kind of questions I like to ask myself. You know what I mean? And that's, you know, I kind of like I go on a journey trying to figure out these things, you know what I mean?
Talking about figuring out these things, do you think of these things when you're alone or when you're in society?
Both.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Because a lot of times I do think, because I'm a type of individual that's always challenging myself and how can I, you know, upgrade. And I also believe like anything in life is gonna teach you a lesson somehow. So I take the good with the bad, but also through conversations. Like right now, through this conversation, I might be like, oh, I didn't really think about that. You know what I mean? Or like based on a question you asked me, it's like, okay, I didn't think about that before, but now it's like coming to me. I'm realizing like where I might need growth, or where, you know what I mean? Like what I need to, like struggles I need to face right now in my life. So it's like, it happens in any setting, to be honest.
Okay. Tell me, please.
Yes.
Well, tell us, what is one of the songs that you've wrote for yourself or for the world that like is your number one song? It's your baby. Like that is your song. Like
in my career?
In your career. Like that one song you've made.
I think, honestly, it's this record.
Tell us why as well.
It's this record called Take Care on my Painkiller album. And on that song, on the first verse, I talk about my sister. And on the second verse, I talk about my niece. So on the reason that song, I think will forever like touch me is because like for my sister's part, it's like what I was like spitting in the verse, it was kind of like, hey, I'm giving you the tools and the gems so you could be a respected woman in the society. And I'm also, as an older brother, realizing the struggle and the challenges you have as a woman. And then on the second verse, pretty much when I wrote it, my niece was like a little kid, you know, she's growing up now, she's like 16, but she didn't know all the things that were happening. So it's like, it was my letter to her when she grows up to understand like, you know, the role I played in her life and why the circumstances that she was in, why they were like that. Like it was a way for me to explain that to her. And I still remember like writing and like really being emotional like while I was writing.
You're a family guy.
Definitely, yeah. You know, and yeah, I'm definitely a family guy, but it's like obviously when you're an entrepreneur and you're chasing a dream and trying to do your thing, especially in Ottawa, it's like the grind is crazy. So I'm not gonna act like I'm home all day and just like.
How do you differentiate a dream in reality?
Well,
You know, because what you're trying to accomplish in life and what you are doing in life is things that this is not something that your parents have instilled in you. Like these are things that you want as a youth. You said, yo, I want to be the best rapper or the best actor or the best but these are not things that you can go to school and be like, this is what I'm gonna be, and they believe. You know, we grew up in the time where like your parents say, yo, go to school.
No, for sure. And I did write that though. No, my graduation, I literally wrote like before you walk on the stage, you write like I remember they made everybody write like what you're looking to be, what were you thinking, and I wrote like I'm trying to be an artist. I remember them saying it and people were laughing at me. I'm like, I'm taking this shit serious.
That's what I'm trying to say. Growing up, it was not something that can be, because I remember growing up and you know, some of my friends, they would be dope ass rappers or singers.
Yeah.
And like the people around me would not accept it because it's not acceptable at this time. You know, now at this time it's acceptable. You know, like you can be a video game, like you can play. You know me, I love NBA 2K. You can really, if you really want,
I could give you that.
You know what I'm saying? You can really make money.
I'll slap you in that game still. I took an L the other day because I haven't played the game console in a while. But
why are you laughing? You know why you're laughing.
You know what I mean? I can give you the 1-2. You know what I'm saying?
Listen. They call this frisson over here. You got the frisson. I just don't understand why people like to talk to me like that when it comes to 2K, but it's okay. It's okay. On with the interview. So now you can actually do decent, like everything. Like, bro, if I was growing up in nowadays in now time right now, I'm for sure 100% getting paid off of 2K. There's no
100%.
This is what I do. I played it for so long. Now this can be a thing, and no one can laugh at you. No one can say that's impossible. You know, like these things are possible now. You know.
Yeah.
So, going to my point is that how did you find the courage to, you know, to make your dream a reality?
I think in anything I do or approach, I always believe that I could be that 1%, and I feel like that's why I always preach to people. It's like nobody is like better than the other person or whatever. It's usually the person that really believes in themselves and really believes that they could be that 1% will be able to attain what they want out of this life. You know what I mean? And it's also like taking the time to be aware enough of what you should be grateful for.
Have you ever been in a slump?
Of course, in this game.
Yeah.
Many slumps.
Do you mind sharing?
Yeah, like basically like I'll say like my biggest slump when it came to this game was probably 2014 when I just moved to Toronto. And the reason I was in a slump is because I was in my 4th year in university. And
studying what?
So I started off with criminology. Criminology. And then I switched to sociology, and then I switched to law. And then when I got to my 4th year, because basically I was paying like the whole thing every year. You know what I mean? Like I only took like a small loan of like $2,000, and then the rest I was paying. The last year I was like, yo, do I want to spend another 10 bands on school? And I thought, because when you go to school, you don't think about the jobs. You just think about, I'm gonna go to school and then look for a job when I'm done. But on the 4th year was the moment I was like, well, if I graduate with this degree, these are the jobs that come with that, and these jobs I'm not really trying to do.
Right.
So that's when I moved to Toronto.
Yeah.
That's when I moved to Toronto, and then basically like I just had moments with myself, because obviously like my parents are disappointed I dropped out and stuff. I was having moments with myself because like it's like I had a bit of buzz, like nothing real because I wasn't making money, but I had internal internal fights with myself because I would see like homies that I started school with started to graduate.
Yeah.
And then I'm telling myself, I'm like, oh, no woman's gonna take me serious because like if I tell them I'm a rapper and they're like, yo, okay, that sounds very unstable. So like I always felt like, okay, yeah, they might be into me at the beginning, and then over time they'll be like, oh, I'm not really with this and whatever. So it's like, you know, I was really like kind of going through it. So I told myself, I was like, hey, I'm gonna give it one more try. And if it doesn't work out, I'm gonna really take the regular route. Really like go to school, finish school, do the job, and then I could have the family, all that stuff, you know what I mean? And then pretty much I wrote about what I was going through, and that shit hit.
Sometimes those are the best tracks, man.
That shit hit, you know? Yeah. Even though I feel like even though I was going through it, I feel like I still wouldn't quit, but that's how I was feeling at the time. But that shit hit, you know what I mean? I was literally the song that like kind of really like blew up and kind of opened the doors for me. It's like, yeah, and then the song I'm talking about, you know, going through a breakup.
What's the song?
It's called Lately. The song called Lately, yeah.
Okay.
And at the time, like getting millions of streams on Spotify, it wasn't easy like that. It wasn't like, you know, you could get bots and
talk your shit.
You know what I mean? Like,
talk your shit. Yeah, I like that talk. Yeah, I like those talks.
And again,
I like those talks.
At the time, straight from Ottawa, moved to Toronto. I'm not even in the Toronto industry. It was just me and my guy.
Get some moms in here. Get some moms.
You know, I'm not in the Toronto industry like that. It's just me and my homies that came up with a plan, and like we're getting millions of streams. We're just executing, and we're getting millions of streams, and like from there, I was like, okay, I can't look back, you know, and I haven't looked back since.
Nice.
Nice. And so that's why I preach to youngins, like, you know, if you really believe in it, I'll never suggest to people to follow my path, because I knew how much I wanted it, like how hungry I was, you know what I mean? Like going to LA, no money, like not knowing how I'm gonna get back, like going to New York, hollering at my business partner and being like, all right, I just finished the session, can you send me an Uber? And he's in Paris. Like, I was willing to take
the inner workings.
I was willing to take that risk. And some people are not built like that, so I can't, you know what I mean? I will never want to tell someone, you know, that's what you gotta do. Then they do it, don't work out, and they be like, you know, they could, you know, start binging on drugs or like become homeless, whatever, you know what I mean?
So with all of that,
yeah,
when you reap your benefit,
yeah,
what are some of the things that you know you've reaped from?
Yeah.
Like, what are the things that you've done that, like, you know, that things that you got and deserve? You can talk about the struggle all day. You gotta talk about the things that you've reaped too.
No, for sure. You know, I was able to again like buy a crib. You know, I'm a part owner of a roller skating rink in my city.
Come on now, talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn, talk to me.
Yeah, you know.
I heard there's businesses in food as well. You got your hands in a little bit of food.
Yeah. So like I invested in, like, honestly, like whoever in the city comes to me and my team about like a good idea, like we're not too afraid to like support the shit, you know what I mean? And like a lot of times, you know, like even artists that I deal with, you know what I mean? Like when I sign them or I'm like, I'm working with you, I already tell them from the jump, like, this is not about money. Don't think about recouping. Don't think about whatever. It's like, I'm doing this for the culture. I believe in your music. I'm a fan of your music. So like, you know, I just want to bring impact to life and contribute to life as much as I can while I'm living. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm going for every day. That's what makes me fulfilled, to be honest. You know what I mean? And that's why it's like a lot of people in this industry is like, when I meet them, a lot of them we're not on the same wave because they might think when I'm approaching them is on some like, yo, I want to be popular with you or whatever. It's like, nah, I'm trying to create bigger impact, and I feel like you could contribute to that. You know what I mean? And it's like, for me, my purpose is way bigger than what people might think on a surface level. You know what I mean?
Y'all already know Facho. It's your host. I'm still here with City.
Mm-hmm.
City. Yeah, we spoke about all sorts of things. Let's talk about shit you do. You know what I'm saying? Well, that shit you do off business. Like, what you like doing, man? What's a relaxed day for you, bro? I heard you play 2K. I heard. Me 67 on Xbox. If you guys ever want, it's me. Sorry.
I like making drinks.
Drinks.
Yeah, cocktails, man. I got into that. Yeah. The whole.
Yes. You like making drinks? Okay. What type of drinks? Like, what's your specialty?
I think I make like a real cool margarita.
Real cool margarita. You know the drink, the last word?
What do you mean?
That's a cocktail. It's a cocktail. Listen, guys.
A cocktail called the last word.
The last word.
Who, like, where do we get this?
I don't know where I got it from. It's probably from a drunk night.
So you don't even know how it tastes, please.
I don't know, but I go to the bartender and I say, "Hey, can I get the last word, please?"
Yeah.
She's like, "Yes." And she comes to me with this sexy ass, you know the martini drinks that they put in. Comes to me with that sexy ass thing, and I put it right there, and it lasts me because the last word is strong drink.
Okay, you like strong cocktails.
I don't like a cocktail that tastes like juice. Like, don't give me that.
Yeah,
I'm
like
not here to
mine.
be cute. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to.
It's actually a good balance.
It's good. See, a good balance is good balance, but just a little bit, like
Mm-hmm. Like you want to feel the liquor.
Trident, like you have gum.
Mm.
It gives you the mint. After that, it just softens out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I like a strong thing that softens out. Like not just strong all the way.
I feel that.
So you like making cocktail drinks? You said your favorite drink is the favorite one that you make is what again?
A margarita.
A margarita.
Yeah.
What else?
Outside of that, man, I'm a very like laid back person for the most part.
You read a lot?
I used to. These days, I'm just more like I be on YouTube watching interviews. I like just talking with friends, like catching up. Yeah, man, like really
Sports?
regular. I used to, you know what I mean? Maybe it's because I'm kind of in album mode, so I'm not really
right.
not doing much outside of that. But like, let's say I'm really like just chilling or whatever. I like traveling. I like playing ball.
You like shopping? You're a shopper?
Nah,
You're not a shopper.
I'm not a shopper. I don't like going to a mall. I only shop when I need to.
How many pairs of shoes you got?
Yeah, honestly, I used to have a whole bunch.
Now, why you used to? You still got them. I see these are, it's snowing outside. I don't understand. There's no salt on them.
But what? That's crazy.
There's no salt on them.
Yeah, what happened? I was shooting, so my song College Dropout.
You're gonna ignore what I'm saying. That's right. It's right.
I'm just gonna hit you with a story.
Hit me with the story, man. That's how they do it.
What happened to my kicks? What happened to my kicks? So the song College Dropout.
Yeah.
So I was shooting the music.
That was a nice video, by the way. Before that was a nice video for it.
Appreciate that, man. That's still probably one of my favorite ones. Probably my best one still. I haven't shot like anything big production that way.
That's why it's very big production. I like the video.
Thank you, man. But I had a bunch of kicks that I had in the car, and we threw kind of like we wrapped up the video type of party. Everybody just chilling.
Right.
Then I got lit, so I just stayed in the studio and just like crashed there. I didn't lock my car door, and my shit was gone.
They fideled you.
Yeah, bro. They took everything, all my kicks, everything.
What size? What are you, 10.5? What size?
9.5.
9.5, eh?
And bro, like since then, I'm just kind of like, I'll just cop shoes when I need it. Like if I'm traveling, I only cop clothes or shoes. Whatever when I'm traveling.
So you got like 5.
I like restaurants. This is what I like. That's why I like spending. Like I like going to restaurants and just like trying
new
different
foods.
steaks. I like trying different steaks and whoever feels like they are the top notch in that industry. I like to go out with homies and stuff like really simple things, man. I like the simple things in life, man. Really, honestly.
Yeah. Do you cook?
Here and there, like
here and there.
Well, not
a lot of you artists is all here and there. Eh? What's up here and there? 7 days. Come on, hit me up. Out of 7 days, what we doing?
Out of 7 days?
Out of 7 days.
Out of 7 days these days, not that much. But there was a time in my life, like it was like 4 or 5.
What was a time in your life? 2014.
Yeah. Well, 2014. I just moved to Toronto. Definitely, I had no choice. I'm broke.
So
you had no choice. It wasn't, you know what I mean? It's not like I had options, you know, but.
Okay. So now we got options. So what we doing?
And the thing is, my mom loves cooking.
Right.
So it's like, that's always available. Like she loves, like that's how she shows her love. You know? It's like, let me cook for you. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't really have to like cook like that. But it's like, sometimes, every time I do cook though, I realize, I want to do this more. Cause it's like, the more you get into it, the more you're like, hey, let me try this thing that way and this way. And let me add this, let me remove this.
Yeah, I get
and
it.
it's like a way to being creative. And I feel like in life, that's what keeps you happy. It's like challenging yourself.
That was another thing I was going to ask you. What else are you creatively good at?
Ideas, man.
Ideas?
Like, and anything. Like someone could come to me about like some tech idea, and I'll have a whole plan on the spot for them.
Do you talk tech?
Like enough to give you a good idea to make you rich. Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. City, we have a thing here at the MtlPlug RedCupCafe.
Okay.
We have something here where we play games.
Oh, that's why it's the Red Cups.
Yeah, that's why the Red Cups. You know what I'm saying?
I'm brand.
So I'll ask you a couple questions.
Yes, sir.
And let's see if you get them right. If you do not get them right,
I take a shot.
you take a shot.
Bet.
If you do get them right, I take the shot. All right? I would like you to know also that most of the artists come here do not win.
So you been hitting the gym? Is that why you flexing like that?
All right, yeah, we're about to hit the gym right now.
the way you did that.
We're about to hit the gym right now.
That was like, this guy thinks he's Lex Luger or something.
To hit the gym right now. I'll be back, sir. This is one that I call a light jab. Like to give a light jab just to see where you're at.
Okay, cool.
All right. So, the first light jab. Thank you, sir. What place is the OKC Thunder in the NBA Western Conference? What place are they in?
Second.
Very close, my friend. But you do not have any. They are in first. Please do not disrespect us. Thank you. So we are
Whoa.
first.
Wait, as of today?
As of today.
All right, cool.
As of today. Hey.
All right, cool.
Yep.
So am I taking a shot right now?
Oh no, that was just a light jab.
Oh, like
that was a light jab. That was a light jab. But you can if you like. We'll fill it up.
No.
No, it's okay. No, all right, no problem. No problem. All right, here we go. First question.
Yeah.
Maestro. As a kid, what was your least favorite food? You have 3 seconds. 3,
Maimula.
2, Well, I'll take that shot, sir.
Yeah, I didn't like till this day. Yo, that's the one thing that my mom cooks, and like, yo, she'll be like, "Are you hungry?" I'll be like, "What are you making?" And she will not say that she's making that because she knows it's a no. She knows it's a big no.
Shout out to you. All right. Maestro. You have 3 seconds for this one.
Yeah.
What's a random skill you're surprisingly good at? 3, 2,
Flicking a pencil.
1. Flicking. It's not.
That's a skill. What do you mean? You can't tell me that's not a skill. That's
You
a
know
skill.
what? You know what?
Do you know how to do it?
No.
Anybody have a pencil here?
Does anybody know how to flick a pencil?
Let's see you do it.
All right.
No, you have to put it between.
You gotta put it between my hands like that?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, let me flick that. It's all right, so let me flick that. It's all I know. It's my first time flicking.
Like spin it. Like
Yeah,
spin
I
it.
got
You know
you.
how to?
Yeah, okay, wait, give me a second. Hold on. You gotta stick this easy things, man. 1, 2 thing, man.
Austin J Productions.
Flicked.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
All right,
I was
let
more
me
talking
see you
about
flick. Oh, you think you're nice?
Know how to do that?
Yeah, I could do that.
Exactly. That's the skill.
One more time.
You know what?
One more time.
Go ahead.
I'm not taking that shot. Let me one more time. Let me see that. Okay. It's fucking simple.
All right, cool. Go ahead.
Okay, guys, so you don't rush me. I got that.
Exactly. That's considered a skill because you can't do it. You know what I mean?
Fucking losing.
And shout out to the Asians from my block. You know what I mean? They put me on.
All right.
Like I told you.
Like this today.
Of course, you gotta take the L.
All right. Third.
You're hurting right now. I see.
Name 3 top foodie exports in this city.
Austin J
Jeez.
Production.
I didn't even give you seconds. So you could just name 3.
What, 3 food exports?
Yeah, foodie exports around here in Montreal. So I'll give you an example.
Like the-
poutine.
Oh, I don't know. BLT.
You can.
Oh, beaver tails.
That's y'all.
That's Canadian though. What? What do you mean?
But it's
Oh,
not here.
it's not my
Yeah,
shit.
here.
Man, but you said poutine. Like,
I
you
said poutine. You're supposed to know that. I could have said
I know poutine.
Julep.
like I didn't know like how I didn't know how deep you were trying to go
No,
with
you
it. Like,
you could have went.
I didn't know if
anyway.
it was like a farm situation. I didn't know if it's like, hey, what's popular here?
Womp womp womp.
All right, man.
That is yours, sir.
I'll take this.
Ladies and gentlemen, today I have been defeated. I do not like it, but it's fine though. I'm okay with it. I am your host, and my goddamn ZY, and our host for today was City Fidelia. City, thank you for coming through.
For sure. But before we go,
What's up?
this next project is not coming out on any DSPs anytime soon.
Ooh.
It's gonna be on some masterpiece shit, some nip shit. People are gonna buy this directly on my website. And this is me telling every artist out there, it's time to bring value back to all the hard work you put into your music. You know what I mean? And that's what we're gonna be pushing all year. And that's what the message and the message behind the music and the movement and the intention behind all this is to bring back value into this music shit.
City Fidelia, thank you for stopping by the RedCupCafe.
Yes, sir.
Again, I am your host.